My name is Andy with Andy's Hot Rod and Restoration, and we're here at SEMA 2021 with the 1957 Studebaker that we built. We're at the Transtar Refinishes booth. So at Andy's Hot Rod and Restoration, we do complete builds from ground up to maintenance work to as simple as if you got rust that you want to get repaired or paint job. We do it all from start to finish or little minor jobs. So when Brent approached me, this was in 2017-ish, asked if we could do an air ride on the front of the Studebaker, and that was all they were going to do. They were going to leave it kind of a patina build, nothing fancy, just a simple, do the air ride on the front of it. So I called Evan at Total Cost and I asked him, because if you look up in the catalog at the time, there was nothing for a Studebaker anywhere. And when I called Evan, he said, hey, we got a universal kit, we can use that. So we actually got it in, and actually it fit really well into the truck. And so we were going that avenue first. And then that's when things took a turn and Brent wanted to build this thing for SEMA. And then it had to go from a patina car to something that was really nice. On the frame itself, what we had to do is we put the universal kit in, but we had to step the frame. So we used the original Studebaker frame and we stepped it. We went up 2.5 inches, and then we did use Ridetech 4-link at the time on the rear with their shock waves on the rear, but we used the Firestone bags from Total Cost Involved on the front, but we had to step the rear. We stepped it about 14 inches. Like I said, stepped the front about 2.5 inches to get it to where it will lay on the ground. As far as body modifications, they were kept pretty simple. The front, there's really not hardly any at all, just that's how the Studebaker made them. But the bed, we actually extended the bed down where it will, so when it was laid out, the whole body of the rocker, everything looks and matches. The rear fenders, we had to extend it 5 inches to get it, so when it laid out on the 20-inch wheels from Detroit Steel, they had to be able to actually clear those, so we had to extend them. So we did that, and as far as the bed, of course, we raised the bed floor all the way up to where there's about only a 4-inch, sidewall in the bed. But like I said, we had to do all that just to get them to clear. We did a 20-inch Detroit Steel Ambassadors on the front with Diamondback Classic white walls on the for tires all the way around. But yeah, we had to do all that work just to get that to clear. So on this, what we did is we had it blasted to bare metal. I cannot remember product, the codes and all that stuff, but it is on, if you go to Transtar's website, you can find it there. So what we did is we blasted it down to bare metal. We went with their epoxy primers. Then we went, did our body work, primed it, blocked the primer down, and then we applied 3 coats of, this is dark jade metallic. It's actually a Nissan color, but on this truck it looks really awesome. A good friend of mine did, Eric Banks did the powder coating for us, and it's got a texture, it's a textured powder coat, but it goes with this truck. And that's Rusty Ronnie's Wrinkle is the name of the powder coat, which is it's a cool name, I like it. But that's what the powder coat on the wheels and the bumper and the little vent shades across the top of the windows. So as far as transmission, it's a Borg-Warner T10. It actually came out factory in a Studebaker Lark along with the supercharger. So the truck is supercharged, and so the Super Lark it donated a supercharger and the 4-speed for this truck. The 9-inch is just one that we cut down ourselves. So we use a factory Ford 9-inch. It's got 373 gears, posi-track. The truck's been done now for 3 years. So what Transtar wanted to do is showcase the longevity of their product. So if you look at this truck, it's been driven. So he started driving this truck about right after SEMA 2018. And you look at the clear, the paint has held out really well. Drivetrain's held up really well under some, I wouldn't call it abuse, but fun. He's had fun with it. So that's why we brought it back, is Transtar wanted it back. For one, they have adopted it as their own because it's a Transtar Studebaker in the Transtar booth. So, but they wanted to showcase how their product held up. A lot of these cars, they'll look nice when they get done with them, but it's what would they look like in 3 years? So we're showcasing what this truck is going to look like in 3 years, because there it is. So right now we are working on another project that we're going to be bringing to SEMA. We were going to bring it last year, but as you know, 2020, we didn't have a good year that year because of the pandemic. So we're building a 1956 Ford F100 that has total cost involved, full step-up chassis. I know they have a name for it, I can't remember it right off, but it's their full chassis, torque arm suspension. I called and asked them told them I wanted a 20 by 14 rear tire. It had to lay on the ground. And Evan told me, well, we're working on a project right now where we're building that chassis as we speak. So worked with them, we received the chassis. Right now we're in process of getting that one built. But at our shop at Andy's Hot Rods, if you follow us on Facebook, andyshotrodsandrestoration.com, we have a lot of projects that we're building right now where you can actually see the products from Total Cost Involved, because we use them. I won't say we use them exclusively, but we use their products a lot. So if you get on our page and look, you can see a lot of builds, high-end builds that's using their product.